Hey guys, how's it going? Today I've been wanting to film a video where I go through the things in my pantry, fridge, other places maybe, and organize, number one, it's become a mess, number two, take mental inventory of what I have, and number three, come up with / eat meals made from these items that I need to use up. But I've definitely been procrastinating filming this video all day, and right now it's like dinner time. It's past dinner time. I'm hungry. There's something that I've been planning on eating for dinner, but I have to talk about it in this video. So we're just gonna get right into it and start with that. Quick intro of like what this video is gonna be like. There's a sausage in my freezer. You know, sometimes you have a pack of sausages, vegan sausages obviously. There was 2 left, they were almost expiring. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make them in anything, so I put them in the freezer. Last night, I didn't know what to eat, and I saw these in there, and I was like, you know what I also have that I want to use up? Some instant mashed potatoes. I had these in my Thanksgiving video. I don't like how I've been keeping them. They're just like in this box that is not very well sealed and with a rubber band on it. Even like the box doesn't even like do the thing where it like pokes into itself. That, you know what I mean. Definitely when I buy instant mashed potatoes again, I'm gonna like pour them into an airtight container, but I don't want to have to like get a container dirty just for this like small amount of mashed potatoes that's in here. You probably can't even see that. Last night, all I did was I made some instant mashed potatoes, microwaved this sausage, and then I threw some spinach in there and seasonings and stuff. And you know what? A satisfying meal was had. I'm not gonna lie. I'm basically gonna do that again tonight, but I know that I have these mushrooms that I really need to use up. They let me inspect. I feel like if they were moldy, I would know for sure. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna do like a little bit higher quality version of what I had last night tonight. You know what I just realized? Someone once told me that mushrooms are like sponges, and then today, I don't know why, I thought to squeeze them. Oh, that one didn't have a lot of water in it. Look at this one, okay? Normal round mushroom. I just washed them, by the way. All this water, okay? And then now look at it. I squished it. Oh, it's so weird, and it feels really weird. I'm just squeezing the water onto the other mushrooms. It doesn't really make any sense. Look at it, the mushroom is squished. Also, why do I ever cut mushrooms? Like get out the cutting board and all that, when you can literally just like rip them apart. They're so easy to rip apart. Well, I guess it looks better when you cut them. Mushrooms? I'm gonna put the mushrooms in now. Salt. Brown. It's so much less now. I'm putting half of it away for something else. I'm just glad to have the mushrooms cooked so now I'll eat them. Sausage. Lots of spinach. Oh, there's actually quite a... no, this is horrible. I can't tell at all what that is. Alright, I measured it out into something else. I'm gonna do it in the microwave in this. I have to do something between 2 and 4 servings. Please. What a concoction. I'm gonna microwave this. Okay. 2/3. Some of this. Throw these babies in there. Let's hope this all ends up well. Stir together. Oh no, that's really not enough mashed potato. Ooh, it's really not. What did I do? Oh no, I really mismeasured. Well, it's not the worst. It's getting better. What did I do? What the heck? You know what? Cheesy mashed potatoes sound really good right now. Let's put some of this in there. Can't make it worse. Honestly, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. They're just like soupy mashed potatoes. All right. Who are you? What do you want? Let's season. Stir her up. It's not that bad. I'm being dramatic. I just kind of like thicker mashed potatoes. This is like how a lot of people make them. It's just an interesting color now, but that's fine. All right, let's make plate. Let's make. This is about to be delicious. Not even exaggerating. This will be absolutely scrumptious. I'm telling you right now. Comfort food. You love to see it. Very much a good yum. Oh wow, I've never looked so eggish in my life. I got both these Next milks, which every time I go to Target, I've only seen them at Target so far. Every time I go to Target, I see these and I'm so curious about them. Whole and 2% plant-based milk. So rich and creamy, you won't miss dairy. Now we're going to try these Silk Next milks, okay? I've already opened this one and I've been using it for coffees, drinks, and I guess that's all I've used it for. I really should be using it for more. Oh well. First, I want to try them, to just taste test them. This is the whole fat, whole milk version. Next milk whole fat. Feels like whole milk. They're saying it without saying it, you know. So, I don't know, do you want to see it? I really like it, honestly. The flavor's really good. I think what I like about it is that it's a blend of oat milk, coconut milk, like coconut cream. There's also soy in here, sunflower oil, chicory root extract. What does that do? I want to know. But anyways, I think the combination of like oat, coconut, and soy is really enjoyable to me. Sucks for you allergy people out there because they got the, well, coconut's not as big of a thing, but soy, I guess it's still nut-free if you don't have coconut issues. For certain times when you're making like desserts or like even when you're cooking or whatever, I don't want to put too much of whatever milk I'm using because I don't want it to taste too oaty or too soy-y or too coconutty. But I feel like this blend is pretty like neutral, it seems. And then this is the 2%. The serving is 1 cup for each of them, and this one's 5 grams of fat and this one's 8 grams of fat, which is expected because this one is the whole fat one. But I thought they'd be like a bigger difference, honestly. Why do I like this one more? I really like whatever flavor is happening here. I don't know. Like, I would really recommend everyone try this. I guess it's the combination of like oat and coconut and chicory root, whatever the hell that is. They look like they have the same ingredients. You know, they just have, this one probably has more coconut cream in it. I would love to tell you what this compares to milk, but I have no idea. Like, I cannot remember. I cannot tell you. It's literally been like a decade. Anyways, I wanted to try it with cereal. I just got this cereal from Target the other day. And you know, I love a good peanut butter ball themed cereal. We're starting with 2% milk. This is really not that like interesting because I don't know really what this offers to the conversation because I'm gonna like it regardless. Hello? This is pretty good. I'm not reviewing the cereal. It's like a lighter crunch. You know, this is delicious. This is delectable. See, I'm not even noticing the milk. I'm just paying attention to the cereal. I would definitely buy this again. Another thing, they also have 4 grams of protein. It's soy protein isolate, so if that like matters to you. I think they're just trying to match like the protein that's in like, you know, cow milk, which obviously I feel like is like unnecessary, but that's the point of it. This is supposed to be like, you know, the cow's milk for people who don't want cow's milk. So I don't know. Let me know how you feel about that. So now we can fill up this little milk section. I also, speaking of milk products, I got oatmeal cookie oat creamer Silk. I love Silk. I would recommend, like, if anyone wants my recommendations for like creamers or milks, like any kind. For me, Silk always does it. Whether it's soy milk, oat milk, cashew milk. Usually I get an unsweetened creamer because I want to use it for other things. But if I want to like cook with like a milk cream thing, I have like the whole milk, which I'm sure would be good to cook with. So this one has 3 grams of sugar. They both have 3 grams of sugar, so like for like cooking purposes, like not sweetening things, that'll be fine. I have some kombucha that my mom brought me. I didn't just buy that, I just took it out to clean the shelf. I bought some Just Egg, which I haven't bought in a long time. Let me close this. It was only $3.99 at Target. This thing used to be like $6-7 at the cheapest you could find it. While we're on the topic of getting rid of things, I have had this chia seed drink in here for so long. Mango chia seed drink, expires 2023. I bought it for a video and then I never drank it, so you'll be seeing me drinking this week to get it out of here. Honestly, not super excited about it. Are you supposed to shake it? Shake well, serve, chill. Is this how you open this? Okay, yes. No? Yes. No? How the... Okay, there we go. Smells like sugar and mango. Oh my god. It's really sweet. It's really good. Honestly, the chia seeds is kind of fun. It's kind of fun. The texture, it's like jelly-ish. Yeah, it tastes like jelly. Jello. I wish I had like lemonade to mix with it. That'd be really good. Ooh, oh no. Will it go through this straw? I thought I would mix it with some orange juice. Oh, this is almost expired. I really just want to use this up. I love orange juice, but I don't like pulp. But I thought maybe the pulp would be less recognizable in here, because there's already all this chia junk in there. Yum. I don't know. It's better, I guess. Made it less like just pure sweetness. Some jam. I don't know, maybe I'll have some jam this week. I don't even know what this is. Peach jam, maybe? It's not showing signs of being bad, but it's so much jam for one person who never eats jam. Jelly? I don't know the difference. And you know what I got to go with the jam is some sourdough bread. The angle on this is gonna be really weird, like my head. Look at the size of my head change. Look at all these sauces. It's all soy sauces, pho sauces, and Taco Bell sauces. There's some sushi ginger in here. Should I be concerned about that? Like how long is this good? Doesn't have anything on it. Clean. I don't know, does anyone care what I have in here? I got pickles. I never eat pickles, but also pickles are good for so long, so does it matter? Buffalo sauce. Really a fun fact, got this on accident. The one time, aminos, the first and only time I've ordered Whole Foods grocery delivery. I ordered, I think, barbecue sauce, and they gave me buffalo sauce instead. But I was like, alright, I'm not gonna complain, like, I'll use it. They messed up so many things with my order that I was just like, not even gonna try. Curry ketchup. This has been in here too long. I don't really like it, so. Sriracha mayonnaise. Ugh. This barbecue sauce is so good. I would highly recommend it. Also, my bottle needs to be like wiped. Miso. I really feel like a grandma with this angle, like the way my body looks in my outfit. Hoisin. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. I forgot about a lot of things that I have, to be honest. Oh my god! I keep forgetting about this. It's really good, but I just keep forgetting that it exists. Oh my god, it's not even... Let me start removing things from here. Shoot, I forgot I have juice. Okay, so we have some apple juice, which has been here for a long time. Some of this. And some orange juice. I can't even fit everything in my beverage section. Gotta move the egg. or nor. So put this in here. Oh, that's still not good. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I don't know when this is from. I feel like it's recent. Mostly gone peanut butter jar that I'm sure I saved because I want to make overnight oats in it and get all that out. So let's make overnight oats this week. Overnight chia oats or something. I also have a bunch of chia seeds, that's why I say that. Let's move this. Okay. I have these things, drawer organizers, which I usually put like baking stuff in. I put them underneath this because there's not really a lot of things that will go nicely underneath this drawer right here. So that way you can kind of pull it all out, you know, and see everything. I don't want things to get like lost behind there. So I have margarine buttery sticks. This is one of the better like sticks brands for baking, like that always works. However, it's like impossible to find. I think my mom bought it and gave some to me. This one will be baking, I guess. I really don't have that much baking stuff, so a little bit of dark chocolate, a little bit of white chocolate, a full thing of white chocolate. How did this happen? I'm not sure. Dark chocolate, Belgian squares. I have these 2 partial bags that have been in here for a long time. So I should make something with chocolate and white chocolate. To make pancakes, we can make cookies, we can make Muddy Buddies. Ooh. Ugh. I'm putting the partial ones in the front, of course. This is from Walmart. They have this line of baking chips and they're all vegan, I think. They're all free from the 8 major food allergies. This is one of the only times I've seen white chocolate chips, especially like affordably. They do have palm oil in them, but again, like do they even have white chocolate chips that don't have palm oil, I wonder? Other than like making it yourself? Somebody let me know. What should I put in the other one though? Long vegetable? Oh no! Have condiments that didn't make it into the condiment jar, shelf. You know what? I'm gonna move my cursed thing into here. Maybe this will just be miscellaneous. Like that. Yeah. Well, I keep forgetting about this also. This was down there, I don't know why, so I'm gonna put that back up here. I still have these. I should definitely use these. I keep forgetting about them. I only have 2 more. Put them down here. Why did I put them down here? Because now I definitely forgot about them. Jam. Where does jam go, you know? Jam. Let's just put all these down here. I don't know what else to put. I have these weird veggie chips that I don't like. But maybe I'll like them if I have a good dip, so I'll eat them. Oh my god, my gherkins. I forgot I moved my gherkins and I didn't move them back. And let's put this drawer. This drawer, I always just put like meat and cheese in here, plus like random other stuff. I got this because it was really cheap and it was vegan. It says vegan on it. Mushroom flavor udon. It's pretty good. It's very plain though, like it's literally just mushroom and noodles. Maybe I'll make it tonight or something and add like broccoli or whatever. I just bought broccoli. So we got some Italian sausage. Maybe I'll use this week, maybe? I don't know. I have this, or should I maybe take this out of here and put it in here? And then be like, processed foods in here. And this is sandwich ingredients, bro. Should I do that? Can I fit my bread in here? Just barely. We're not doing that. Processed vegan foods. Oh, so I can put this in here too? Yeah, let's put that in there. Another processed vegan food that I have, okay, is this Chobani vanilla oat yogurt made with Canadian oats. Wow. I've had this for way too long, but I think I haven't opened it yet, so it hasn't. It says expires March 2022. It's halfway through March, but expires March 2022, so it should last through the rest of the month, right? But definitely we'll be having some yogurt this week if I don't open this up and it smells concerning. So let's put that in here. I bought some arugula. Arugula I do not like in smoothies and stuff like that, but it's really good in like everything else basically. I don't know, I feel like it's more flavorful than the other greens, which is why it's not good in smoothies. And then for smoothies, spinach. I also use spinach for other things. It's just like definitely for smoothies. And then I have a bunch of KFC sauces that none of them are vegan, because my friend asked for one sauce, a specific sauce. They did not even give us that sauce, they just gave all the other sauces. So I'm just keeping them because like if someone who isn't vegan comes over and wants like a certain sauce that I don't have, I have it. Just put them in here, I guess, with the other sauces, the other random sauces. You know what? I'm gonna take these out of this box also. This will just be like the random condiments drawer. Hemp seeds. For now, they'll go right there. Okay. Now clean shelves. Should I bring you in here? Oh, that's silly of me that I just now did this. Wow. Would you look at that? Oops. Let's put things in. I really want the top shelf to be back to being leftovers only and quickly perishables, close perishable. Also fresh like fruit, I guess. Here's some gravy that I made for my dog. For when she's not eating her food, I can microwave this and make her smell it and then pour it on her food and she's like, She's like, she smells it and she's like, you can see her little nose twitching. Anyway, I have some fresh mint that I used in my recent video, which is going bad. So, but yeah, I need to use this up, so I'm gonna think of mint things to make this week. I'll probably make that smoothie again. Okay, so I may not have made the smoothie, but I did make a couple other drinks with the fresh mint, and also I'll probably make that smoothie sometime soon. Anyways, this is me making a mint chocolate coffee beverage in the morning, but you know, at first I wasn't really planning very well. I was kind of just throwing things together. I was trying to use this Hershey's chocolate sauce, which I don't love, but like, you know, it's good for what it is. And I was just kind of throwing the sauce on there, and then I was like, you know what, let's make it a little bit pretty. Let's put it around the cup like that, you know, that's cool. And then I was like, oh shoot, I have to stir in the mint. So I messed that up. And then I put in the mint, but then I was like, no, I should have like muddled it first or something. So then I was like, okay, well, let's put in some more mint, but let's just squish it between our fingers first, which did help. But anyways, that's my mint chocolate little coffee drink. It was really simple. I don't know. It's not something that I'm really trying to, you know. Anyways, it was pretty good. And then I also put some of the mint in my kombucha that I showed you. It was pineapple kombucha, so just a nice pineapple mint kombucha. Leftover mushrooms and onions and stuff from the other night. Looking fantastic. Let's put those in here. And I also have half an onion. I just want to put this in here so I remember to use this before like starting another onion. The rest of the chocolate bars, the Butterfinger kind of things that I made. So good. I made too many. My onions, my pickled red onion. Wish I cut it differently. But it's been fun for sandwiches and stuff. Alcohols. How did I end up with these? Oh, I think they were both Christmas gifts. Not really sure. I don't really drink alcohol until someone comes over and is like, let's drink alcohol. And I'm like, okay. So they just kind of hang out in here for a long period of time. Oh, I have these cookies. You guys, I made those cookies again from that healthy recipes video. except I didn't put chocolate chips. I only put blueberries so that they would be dog friendly, and I've been using them as dog treats. This is what I usually keep my spinach in. I'm not gonna refill it with the new spinach until I finish this spinach though, because you know. So I'm just gonna put that in here and hopefully remember to use it before I open the other one. So I did remember to use my old greens before my new greens, and I used them in a sandwich. And this is me cutting a tomato as thin as I can because I was gonna be spreading it among 2 sandwiches before I could go grocery shopping for more tomatoes. Also, I'm using mayonnaise because I forgot to get avocados from the store. Usually I use mayonnaise and avocados, or I also sometimes put hummus in there, you know, I like to switch it up. This is me verifying that there is actually 15 slices in the deli slices container. I always have a feeling that they're gypping me, you know, so I just wanted to make sure. And I chose to not do the nice little thing with the deli slices in this sandwich where you like fold them. You'll see in a minute. And I was like, cause I don't care. But then I looked at the sandwich and I was like, you know what? Maybe I do care. It looks so much better when you do the little cute little folds. And also, since I finished my spinach, it was now time to refill up my greens containers. You don't need these. There's other ways to keep your greens fresh, but you know, I like them. I've been using them for a while. Anyways, I've also been using my pickled red onions, which I love so much in my sandwiches. And this sandwich had arugula. Anyways, moving on. And then we have the bread, water, produce. In the produce drawers, we have 1 tomato. 1 tomato. I don't know. I'm just gonna put this here so I don't lose it. We have some good old carrots. I should peel these up this week. This celery looks iffy, but I could probably figure some of it out and maybe we can make soup. The edge pieces of the celery were a bit gnarly looking, so got rid of those, but all the rest of it was all good. Just cut off the ends that were also a little bit ugly. I just thought of that Amanda Bynes movie. Anyways, cut all the celery up. Gonna use that for some soup soon. And then I peeled all my carrots and I cut them up in 3 different ways. First, I cut them into little just cubes like that, you know, that's also for my soup when I make it. Will be used with the celery. And then I also cut into nice little like sticks for snacking. Then I cut all the little random bits that were left after that into smaller bits because I was like, hey, these would be good to throw into whatever. Like I threw them into some ramen the other day and that was a great little, you know, addition. Oh no. I have this bag of Brussels sprouts. Oh, I don't know if they're still good. I'll have to inspect them. We'll see. Would love to cook these puppies up. So, since I couldn't think of anything to make other than a nice little bowl, sort of like a salad thing, but mostly cooked stuff, you know? And then there is like some greens in there. I don't know, just like a bowl. My plan for these was to wash and cut them all up in half, put them in a bowl, toss them with oil and seasonings, and bake them on a tray. I thought about doing like lentils on the stove or something, like what kind of like protein would I want to go with this. I had the idea to bake those for a little bit and then like put these on there too, so I'd have some like roasted chickpeas as the protein for my salad. And then I thought in the same meal we could use up the rest of that probably looks like absolutely nothing to you, but it was the mushrooms and onions from the other night. And I have some vegan pesto from Sprouts that I thought I could just scoop some in there for extra flavor. You know? Hey guys, back again. Here's my Brussels sprouts. Honestly, they've been in there for so long in that little bag, and I really thought there was gonna be some goners in there, but they were all good. I just cut off like the, you know, weird spots and stuff, but they all looked very usable. I've learned that the trick with like roasting vegetables, which is funny that I'm saying this like so confidently when was the last time I used this oven for vegetables? I don't know what's, anyways, we don't need to talk about my life. You gotta preheat the sheet, the baking tray. Number 1, so it doesn't do that thing where it like warps. Also because, I don't know, it like helps it go faster, and if you want them to have that like char on them, you know, the crispiness, you gotta preheat that pan tray, and then when you dump all the stuff onto it, it's gonna be like already starting to sizzle. Anyways, okay, so I'm just gonna like prepare all my stuff in this bowl right here. I'm gonna put some olive oil. I'm doing garlic powder, onion powder, garlic powder. This is pepper and rosemary salt. And I also have Italian seasoning mix. I don't know, I'm trying to keep it kind of simple because I am gonna put like pesto in my little bowl, so I don't want to put like, I don't think it needs too much, you know? And then after I pour these out onto the tray, then I'm gonna put these in here and do the same thing. And then I'm just gonna microwave my mushroom stuff and mix it all together in a bowl. And I forgot, you have to turn them all over. Give me a minute. Ta-da! It's been 10 minutes. They were on like 400 something. It is like a little toasted, but it's not like super yet. Like, look at that. I'll just do it, put them on, and let it go for a little bit longer. But it's good to know that next time I will honestly just put all of it on at the same time, because I forgot how quick the Brussels sprouts actually are when you do it like that. Wow. Wow. So it's been about 5 minutes. The chickpeas are like a little bit goldened. I'm just gonna like toss them around a bit and then go like a few more minutes longer. Or I could just eat it, honestly. It's not like they have to be perfectly cooked or something, you know, they're just beans. Hopefully that's focused. I highly doubt that it is though. I'm just gonna scoop some onto my bowl, I guess. Well, this is gonna uglify it up. Why did I put this on top? Whatever, it's all gonna be mixed together. That's my meal. Damn it, I should have showed you before I put them on. Here's some, you know, Brussels sprouts. Proof that they're in there. Let's plop some pesto on here real quick. A heaping amount of it. 2 heaping amounts. How about that? How about that? Beautiful. Stirring. Ooh, I can smell that pesto. Yum. Oh, this is gonna be delectable, let me tell you. Let me tell you right now. This might not be the most salad-y salad, okay, but like that green goddess salad just went viral on TikTok and people were just eating that with chips and they were still calling that a salad. So, oh no, all the chickpeas and stuff are just like floating to the bottom. But let's take a bite, y'all. Let's take a bite, man. Quite good. I should just film my videos like that one girl. Oh, the other Emily. Oh my god. And just hunch over like this. How's that? I'm always like, how do I fit the food and myself in the frame? She cracked the code. It's hunchback, baby. And I just bought some broccoli at Target. And then I have this bag of apples. There's 3 apples left. An apple sounds real good tonight. I might have one. I just got some bananas. I tried to get the ripest bananas because from what I've heard and also just like makes sense, these tend to be wasted a lot because no one wants to buy them because they think they're bad. I'm usually gonna just freeze them anyways, so it really doesn't matter. I have a grape situation right now. I have a bunch of purple grapes, a bunch of green grapes, and then more green grapes. I bought some grapes and then I forgot about the grapes, didn't eat them till they're limpish now. And then my mom came over with a bag of grapes and was like, do you want these? And I was like, bad timing, but I guess I'll probably eat them. Didn't eat any of them, but I found that you can kind of do the same thing allegedly that I do with like greens with grapes, where you submerge them in ice water and they will crisp back up. So I'm gonna try that with these. So that's why they're in this bowl like this, but then I got distracted. But for some reason the green ones from the bag with the purple ones are totally fine. So I'm gonna eat some of those as like a snack tonight, I guess. I did the ice water grape thing and it is not like, it's not what the lady said, okay? I do think that it improved the texture of the grapes, maybe a little. The article that I read made it sound like they were gonna go back to like fresh, crisp grapes. Unless I did something wrong, that did not happen for me. I feel like they might have become like less wrinkly, but not crisp. You know what I mean? Like the same softness. And I will not stop complaining about the fact that grapes would be the perfect dog snack fruit. You could just throw them at your dog. She's watching me right now, she agrees. Like, they roll. You could like play games. You could like make a little scavenger hunt with them around the house. But no, they have to go and be toxic, I guess. And that concludes this video. Now I will just let my current coffee routine play because that's fun. I don't know. I filmed it and then I was like, why did I film this again? I guess it was because I was using the creamer that I just bought, but that's not that interesting. Anyways, I'm back on iced coffee that time of year. Time to be gay again. Just kidding. So I've decided what's best for me. Okay. Keywords. Right there, those 3 words, is to fill up my little coffee grinder, little container, little canister, little thing, grind it all up, baby, put it in the French press, pour that out, and it makes about 3 servings of iced coffee for me. So here I am pouring 1 serving into my glass for the day with a bunch of ice, and it only melts it a little bit, not bad. And then I put the rest of it in a mason jar, the 2 other servings for the next 2 days. Pretty fun. And let that cool and then put it in the fridge because you're not supposed to put things in the fridge, right? And lately I've been using a little bit of this oat creamer, but since it's pretty sweet, just a little bit. And then I add some milk as well because I like my coffee a little milky, a little creamy, you know, but not too sweet. So yeah, and that's just delicious, delectable. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of this video. I know it was a really long one. I'm experimenting. This video didn't have a sponsor, so I felt like I had a little more freedom because I don't feel bad for anyone. But anyways, yeah, make sure you check out all my links below. Follow me on Twitch. I stream on Thursday, late mornings, PST around 11 a.m. ish. And I will see you in the next one.